boy Shunt and your boy Redacted.
What's going on? Catch us on Wylion Mofo, Real Dumbshit, and Redacted Shunt for the Twitter. On YouTube and on Facebook is Official Wylion. Instagram is Wylion Official, and Mixcloud is Wylion RDS for all that dumb shit.
The Bill and Tedder podcasting are back. What's going on, people? My name's Redacted. His name is
Ted Theodore Logan.
Yeah, what's up?
Shunt. That was most excellent. Party on, dude. So I ain't got a rundown because Redacted has gone formal complaint on me. He's basically saying that I am purposely interrupting the show and I'm trying to push my own agenda.
This is off-air conversations, bro.
But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm here. Well, it's on air now because you
brought it like.
Of course, I'm gonna bring it up because I don't know what I'm introducing. So now you're gonna have to do the rundown, or some form of introduction to your subjects rather than say, but before that, or what's the other one? There's a couple of them. Before that, and but yeah, carry on.
Before that.
Actually, it should be free for that.
Free for that?
Yeah, because it's like the 34th episode.
Free for that, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Get a little bit of a niche going. A little bit of a selling point.
Why is so rudely interrupted? Now, I found out something pretty interesting the other day.
What's that?
Jeff Bridges. So apparently, when he's on a, whatever, he's making a film.
Mm-hmm. When he's making a film?
Yeah.
Or when he's off, doing...
Nah, when he's making a film.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to take pictures. He makes a little book for the cast.
Okay.
I always find it pretty...
Are they tasteful pictures?
Yeah, obviously. He's not making no porno.
Oh, so it's like them sort of nude, but
Nah, just nice black and white shots of whatever in it.
Okay, so sort of a photo album.
The set, yeah.
Photo album.
Yeah, it's just
that's
nice little keepsake for when you've worked with Jeff Bridges.
Okay, cool.
But no, I find it really interesting when when people have other creative talents.
I don't. I find it about normal. You got to do some stuff when you're not doing your regular stuff.
I guess maybe. I don't know. Maybe because I'm so untalented. I just.
You're not untalented, Redacted. You're like a Russian doll. You just have to take off one layer, another layer, and then soon you'll find some form of gem inside.
Yeah.
Like a geo.
Yeah.
But on the outside, it just looks like crap. But yeah, you're fine.
It's uncalled for.
I know. I just want to know what's going on with the show. That's it.
Talk about a backhanded compliment.
Oh yeah, definitely. The best from Shunt.
Apparently, Jim Carrey likes to draw political cartoons in his spare time.
Yeah. He's an artiste. Very much so. Yes.
Yeah.
I found that the other day, sort of thing.
Same.
Yes. Kind of feel bad for the Courtney Love herpes thing now.
What that you said last week?
Yeah. Kind of.
It's uncalled for.
It is what it is.
People always picking on Jim Carrey.
I'm not. I'm just saying he's like the clown with the frown. That's about it. He used to be, the good guy.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I'm happy that he's happy if he's happy.
If he's happy.
If. Which...
Them drawings look pretty angry.
So he's angry. He's an angry clown.
Maybe.
Clowns are weird, aren't they?
Yes.
I mean,
that's why so many people have problems with them.
Yeah, was it chlorophobia? Fear of clowns, yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. Definitely.
Better than that, gerontophilia.
The gerontophilia. I've memorised that as now in the databanks, waiting. I'm just like, the moment I see a young girl trying to be nice to an old man, I say, hey, feeling a bit gerontophilic, yeah? Sweet.
Nice.
Getting your Toronto on, yeah? Nice.
Yeah, speaking of Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
Robotnik
Yeah.
in this Sonic soon-to-be fiasco.
Yes. It's getting close to the time, but as I said before, good choice for Robotnik. I would have been more annoyed if it was like Sonic.
Yeah, of course not.
He hasn't got
He's
the
not
energy
Sonic.
for it anymore.
Do you know who is Sonic?
Scott Schwartz,
Ben Schwartz.
Mel Schwartz,
Ben. As
Ben.
in Benjamin, yes.
Benjamin Schwartz.
Yes.
I know it's a
I
Schwartz.
don't know if he goes by Benjamin though,
Benji.
but yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was in like Parks and Rec. I think he's been in House of Lies as well.
House of Lies, not House of Cards.
Nah, House of Lies, the one with Cheadle and Christian Bale.
Oh. Okay.
He was
I think I know which one it is.
John Ralphio in Parks and Rec.
Oh. He's Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh.
People can't see what Shunt's face look like.
Well, basically, if you say the word "oh," you're pretty much
I
like
guess.
your face will conform to it.
I guess.
Yes.
I guess.
Still not the most disappointing thing I've heard all week. So.
What's the most disappointing thing you had a week?
Don't want to say this.
Don't say it.
Well, it wasn't even like the most disappointing thing You know what it is, right? I finally got around to watching Black Lightning
Oh, okay.
season 2, and yeah, it's even worse than last season. But in saying that,
Is it? Can you get that from just one episode?
yeah, I can, because nothing's really changed. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's like you haven't learned anything from season 1. At
No,
least
because you're not going to learn anything if you're being praised.
I mean, this is the benefit of like Flash season 1 versus Flash season 2.
Yeah.
Flash season 2 for me kind of acknowledged season 1 because it was darker in some senses because he was now distrusting of everybody and everything. So things are
Sort
tied
of.
over. Whereas Black Lightning, it's like everything's still the same. He doesn't recognize any difference, despite all the Freetown sort of like being upheavaled and Bionic Commandoed and Tobias Weld and having nothing but henchmen sent after him.
Yeah.
In fact, I feel it's the same freaking week most of the time with Black Lightning, but yeah, it was a lot. And then you got people in pods, which I still can't remember why they're in pods, which is interesting. Oh yeah, but Meteor Man's in it, so it's like
Meteor Man.
Meteor Man. I think Bill Colson was meant to be doing a cameo as well.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
No, he wasn't.
all them young
No
girls,
one's asking him to do
all them
shit.
pills.
No one's asking him to do shit.
It's just like a regular buffet for Mr. Cosby, isn't it? It's like a lot of young black actresses trying to make it in the world, and
No comment.
yeah, okay, cool. I thought I'd get out early, so it's all good. Remember, you only get one per episode. You know that, right?
Says you.
No, this is the reality. This is part of the contract that we've actually signed. We get one no comment per episode.
You know I don't give a fuck about no damn contract.
Bruv, I do. It's imaginary, but but you know what I mean. If it it basically gives me reason to push boundaries.
Yeah.
And so that was the main reason why it was done. Recently, I've watched a lot of stuff because I realised, oh my god, I haven't watched anything in ages. I watched. What did I watch? I watched Flash season 1.
Season 1.
No, Flash season 5.
Okay.
I watched the first couple episodes of Arrow. I watched the whole of Elseworlds crossover event, which is split over Flash, Arrow, and Supergirl.
Was it good?
For what it's leading up to, yeah.
Are you gonna stop bitching about Batwoman now?
Batwoman. I mean, to be honest with you, nothing much has changed. I mean, Ruby Rose is a hot lesbian for the hot lesbian market, sort of thing. I do feel that it's getting to the point where, I mean, I was watching like CW and LGBTQT sort of thing, because obviously they've got the first trans actress in Supergirl, and they are doing a lot of fuss.
No comment.
Yeah, because Redacted got caught out. I said, "Oh, bruv, you see this chick?"
I ain't get caught out, bruv. Don't tell us.
Yeah, caught you out, bro. Caught you out.
Why you gonna tell us for? Why you gonna tell us for?
And then, like, oof. Then I showed you the Ellen DeGeneres interview. Oh, it was beautiful. So good.
You know what? I'm not even gonna argue because it's not true.
It's not true.
Continue.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Continue.
Anyway,
Exactly.
she has shoulders like a man. But yeah, it's one of those ones where, you know, each to their own. You're brave, etc., etc. It's just, as I said before, in regards to all of these like random roles, seems too forced.
Well, what do you mean?
Like, we didn't, like, back in the day, I mean, I don't know what the watershed is, but back in the day, it didn't matter what sexuality the hero was. It's the fact that the hero was saving the day, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't announce, by the way, my name is blah, 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 and I like blowing dudes.
Yeah, but is the character transsexual? Or just the actresses?
I think, well, the thing is, I haven't watched Supergirl, so...
There you go, then. It doesn't matter. You
I
can't
haven't
say
got-
it's
I haven't got-
forced. You can't say
No,
it's forced because
in
of what the
general,
situation is.
I'm talking about Batwoman.
Yeah, but Batwoman's always been a lesbian.
Yeah.
So you can't really say it's forced. I mean, if she wasn't a lesbian, people would be complaining because that's not the character.
Yeah, but
Like, I'm not saying it has to be a major focal point.
I don't
what's
remember.
going on, but these are things that make your characters fully formed and believable.
I just don't remember Captain Cole being gay.
Captain Cold. I think there might be a version of him that's gay.
Yeah, and that's in Arrow. /Flash Burst.
And there's also a version of him that's straight. So what?
No. I think he's always like been assumed to be gay.
Nah.
That's just his interactions with Rory, with the prison break stuff, isn't it? What happens in prison stays in prison. And
Oh,
all
that's
that
different, isn't it?
Stuff. Just saying.
That's not the same as being gay.
It's not the same as being straight either. What's your point? Anyway, yeah, but in a whole like sort of thing, like the Batwoman in Elseworlds, the little I saw of her was good up until the point I saw the whole Supergirl thing where she's sort of like, yeah, we're gonna be like best of friends, yeah, the world's finest.
Why not?
It's just that fucking, it's just too corny, bro.
Maybe world's finest. You're not gonna have Superman and Batman being world's finest. You might as well be Superman and Batwoman. Supergirl and Batwoman be.
Yeah, but Superman's like if you watch Elseworlds, Superman's in it.
Yeah, but Batman's not. So
what is hilarious about Elseworlds is spoiler alert, Arrow or Mr. Queen doesn't believe in Batman. He thinks he's a myth.
Why not?
I suppose because he says I'm the only vigilante. I was the one that started this off. And the more you listen to it, it's like it is pretty funny. It's like it's the delivery, in it, like because apparently like Batman vanished
in his universe.
In his universe,
there's supposed to be a Batman in his universe, but he's just a myth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like obviously like Oliver, like it basically happened in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Like Batman just disappeared.
Yeah.
So, but he disappeared at the same time as Bruce Wayne.
If you're just a myth, how'd you disappear?
Well, this is it, because he's never been to Gotham.
Yeah.
The fucked up thing about Arrow, or Capital City, is that that's a nice place. Gotham is dark. Yeah. Like, you don't go to Gotham. Yeah. That's how bad it is. And it kind of now, as horrible as it sounds, even though, like, Green Arrow's just come out of prison, kind of makes him look like a bitch. You know what I mean? It's because he's been to like Lian Yu, he's been all around the world.
But he won't go to Gotham.
Yeah, I mean, he won't go to Gotham.
He's got no business there, that's right.
Huh?
He's got no business there.
Yeah, but he has no business in all these other places, but he's going there and kicking ass.
Nah, but like Lian Yu, like he didn't land on you, Lian Yu. Lian Yu
And
landed
what's that?
on him. And like
What's that other place?
Star City is where he lives.
That League of Assassins place.
Oh, Nanda Parbat.
Yeah, Nada pub up. Man's like casually going there, fighting ninjas, and still won't go to Gotham.
Yeah, they forced him to go there. They make him have business there. No one's made him have business in Gotham yet. That's why.
Well, until now.
Well, yeah.
But the whole thing that I got from it is that it's a well done episode. It does introduce Batwoman in a way that, you know, she seems likable or relatable or, you know, all that stuff. But the one thing I will find that is annoying is what's happening in Flash. Now Flash, for lack of a better word, Nora West,
So that's it.
Nora Allen West,
Yeah.
has a bit of a, as she would call it, a shui lifestyle.
Okay.
So you don't know whether or not she's straight, you don't know whether or not she's
This is from
lesbian.
the future.
So it doesn't matter. I
This
know.
is from the
This is the
future.
thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is what they're arguing. They're arguing that, you know, she, like, basically her judgment's clouded because one of the supervillains is cute. And there's a mutual attraction between them.
What supervillain?
It's too spoilery.
Really?
No, it's not. Basically, her powers are to. Yeah, actually, it's too spoilery. It's too spoilery. Like, if you haven't watched Flash, actually, no, you have. I think
What?
you've watched Flash season 5, yeah?
Is that the new one?
Yeah, the new
No,
one.
I haven't seen any of it.
Okay, fine.
You know I haven't seen any of it.
Okay, fine. I won't say anything.
Alright.
But yeah, basically, the supervillain / super person, whatever,
Yeah.
has the ability to sort of manipulate social media,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's interesting. And also, within this realm or this season, they've introduced a new concept called metatech.
Okay. So technology based on meta powers.
No, so technology that's been meted.
Okay. What?
Yeah, watch it. It's good. For when you're in that situation where you're thinking, what? You have to watch it. It's quite a cool concept. For those that are in the know and those that have watched the show. Okay, on with the show.
Yeah, speaking of DC stuff,
Okay.
Zsasz has been cast
Zsasz.
for Birds of Prey
No, I'm not surprised.
and the Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
So, Emancipation of Harley Quinn, is that the solo spin-off movie?
That's Birds of Prey.
That's the name. That's the full name. The Emancipation of
Yeah,
Harley
we
Quinn.
spoke about this, right?
No, we didn't. You said you heard the name, and I thought, yeah, it's just Birds of Prey. I don't give a fuck. Remember, I said that, and then yeah, we didn't get on.
Man, you just switched off.
More than likely. So the Emancipation of Harley Quinn, aka the Birds of Prey film.
Yep.
Is it called like the Dawn of the Birds or something?
No,
So it's not like going to be as bad as Dawn of Justice.
no, it's worse because it's Birds of Prey and the Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
I'm not going to be surprised.
It's
I mean,
worse.
Aquaman has turned out to be a bit of a blowout, hasn't it? So
You mean?
no, I'm just saying, it's exactly what I said it was going to be.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it's boring, and it was way too long.
It's not way too long. It's fine. It's a breezy 2 hours.
What,
It's
no?
breezy.
We're not doing
Breezy.
Not doing it again.
Breezy, bro.
Not doing it again. Not with DC films. I've lost way too much time.
Wow.
Justice League, 3 hours. Dawn of Justice, 3 hours.
Were they both 3 hours?
Felt like 3 hours.
Bro, this is different. This is a breezy 2 hours.
That's 2 hours and a half, bro.
Breezy.
Just, bro, that's like an old Scotch
It
tape.
feels like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
When it finished, I was like, whoa, film done.
Yeah. with no like plot, apparently.
There is plot. There is plot. I mean, look, I ain't gonna lie. It's not my favourite film of the year. But it's not my least favourite film of the year. Like, I enjoyed most of it. I mean, you're laughing for it.
This is it. I gotta watch it properly.
What are you laughing for?
I've only watched like trailers and reviews online, and it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. But I suppose if I watch it with my own eyes, I'll be able to make a decision.
But, yeah, I mean, no, I enjoyed. Look, I'm gonna lie. I enjoyed most of it. There was a few like weird bits.
Weird bits. Okay, let's talk.
There was a selfie joke at the beginning of the thing, which was just, it was not cool. It's basically like Aquaman's in a bar with his dad, and a couple of big bikers come tap him on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, you that fish guy from a TV?" And then so you think it's gonna be a rock, innit? But then it's like, "Hey, do you want to take a picture with us?" It's like literally like the voice change was there. And it's like, why? Just why? Like, why don't you just make that his, like, if he wants to take a selfie with him or take a picture with him or whatever, fair enough. Because without that, like without the voice change, it's practically fine. Like, it's not a ha 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 funny joke, but it's like, it's basically the guy takes a picture, like Aquaman
Turns it to a fangirl, yeah.
No, yeah, but without, if you take out that bit, it's a lot better. Like, a guy takes a couple pictures with him, like Aquaman's not happy, like he takes the pictures, but he's kind of like screwing about being in the pictures. But then afterwards, like, you see other pictures of them, like where they've been drinking and stuff, and they're having a good time and it's alright. So you don't need that voice change. Like, you don't need it to be like, oh, let's hype it up to be like they're about to fight, and then just like, why is his voice changed? Like, why isn't his voice normal the whole way through? Either it's high or it's like gruff. Like, why be both?
Okay, other.
So like that bit, I wasn't really, you know, that kind of fucked me up. And I was like, oh, here we go. Maybe Redacted. Maybe Shunt was right on this one.
No, I was.
No, you weren't, because I enjoyed it. Like, my point was.
But you also enjoyed Justice League.
My point was, I enjoyed parts of Justice League.
I'm saying
I
did have it in
bad.
me after I think Dawn of Justice and then Wonder Woman. I didn't have it in me, bro.
Wonder Woman was fine. I mean, again, it wasn't great.
Actually, no. It wasn't even Wonder Woman that killed it for me. It was the fucking Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
it was too much back-to-back bullshit that I just sort of tapped out.
What else we got here? Oh yeah, there was a couple of like Black Manta and his dad they were just too dramatic. They were in a different movie.
Damn.
It was just too much. Like, they were dialed up to 11.
But in a good way or a bad way?
Nah, in a bad way, because it's just like it was unnatural. It was like being like mean, not mean, but like just being dramatic for the sake of it. Like when he's like, he says, "Damn you," and he's like, "Oh, you need to live so you can kill that son of a bitch." And it's like, come on, man, you really gonna say that while you're dying? Spoiler that. Don't give a fuck.
Fine.
What else?
You killed that son of a bitch.
Yeah, there was a Black Manta like tech upgrade montage, which I don't know. I didn't really feel like it fit. Maybe if it was done in a different way, or I don't know. Like, it didn't, like, it just really, it kind of didn't really fit the character.
Is it just clunky?
Nah, it just didn't. From all the other scenes where he's just like super dramatic, you've got this kind of like
abbreviated,
semi-comedic like montage of him upgrading some tech he just got from Atlantis.
Okay.
But like, that's kind of all the only bits I really didn't like. Like, most of it was fine.
Dudisms.
Like,
how many dudisms?
Hardly any. This is what I was telling you. Like, it's just going to be phased out.
Apart from that, oh yeah, he kicks him in the chest.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like once or twice in the whole film. Like, it doesn't come up a lot.
So Black Manta, they can breathe underwater, right?
No,
they can't.
Black Manta's just human.
Okay, makes sense. Because I was thinking, why the fuck has he got that goldfish bowl on his head?
liked most of it. You know, like watching it didn't make me instantly think like, yeah, let me just go straight back in and watch it again. But it was fine. Like I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed Venom.
But in saying that, with Venom, I feel because it was so. I mean, basically, Venom had more going against it than Aquaman, and it kind of.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so. Aquaman had all that. Aquaman got more baggage coming into it.
Yeah, but it's the first one. It's a DC.
Yeah, but it's not the first one. Like you can't. It doesn't feel like the first one. Like yes, it's the first Aquaman film. Yeah. But it's not like
the first.
It's got the baggage of, like you said, like all the other DC movies, and it's got that like expectation where it has to be good. Like, it has to be good for like this franchise to get.
I mean, how much have they made so far?
A bunch of money. Like they killed it. They killed it out in China.
Yeah.
Like obviously this week is probably going to slow down a lot because Into the Spider-Verse came out, and also
Bumblebee.
I think Bumblebee's out next week. What was the other one? Into the Spider-Verse, and I swear that was something else. But yeah, I mean it has made a lot of money. It's just
Okay, I'm just going to type in box office.
Yeah, go on.
Box office total.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I enjoyed most of the film. There's just a couple of bits and pieces.
I hate to tell you this, Redacted.
What?
Aquaman.
Yeah.
So I'm actually that's in just in China, isn't it? That's alright then. Alright. So it's released on the 21st of December, yeah?
No.
21st, yeah, that's in the US.
What? No, it's out already, I think.
No, it wasn't.
Is it not?
No.
Oh, well, it's out here.
Is it?
Yes, I went to see it.
Yeah, but you might have got a preview or something like that.
Please.
You're so on their dick!
People don't give a fuck about Redacted to be giving him previews.
Yeah, they do.
Y'all want to hook a brother up? What's up?
Damn. Somebody should hook us up. Like, it's just getting to that point where, you know.
No one's going to hook us up because you're complaining about the film before it even comes out, before you've even seen it. You're just hating. You're like the internet trolls.
No, I'm not. Internet trolls get money.
Huh?
Internet trolls get money.
Nah, they're just trolling about, being sad about their lives.
But basically, if it has been released out over here and blah blah blah, so it hasn't been released out in the States, but it's about 300 million. Venom beat it.
Probably, but what was out when Venom was out? Nothing.
Yeah, that's regardless. Like, I mean, I know that this will.
No, it's not regardless. I mean that.
We're talking about the first week of Take It. That was the original like bet.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't because
I won. Technically, I won.
You would not commit, so terms were not laid down. My point was there would be three things that it would be based on. It would be based on critical score, like fan reaction score, and like first week's box office. Like it would have to, like all those three things would have to be taken into account.
Because Aquaman was done in such a weird way anyway, because like it just released in China for like 2 weeks or a month.
Like a week.
So, and then it released over here, and then in America, I suppose they're trying to
Yeah, well, it depends on what else was out at the time.
But saying that,
because Into the Spider-Verse I think came out this week in the US as well, so I don't think maybe they left it a week to try and avoid that.
Well, Venom beat it this year anyway. I know that much easily.
On box office probably, and I said this if you were listening instead of just trying to shut it down, you would have heard this in the first place. Like I told you, Venom's probably going to take more money.
Oh wait, box office. Yeah. Why Aquaman is succeeding where Green Lantern and Justice League failed. It's the same bitch. Oh God. Spider-Man into Sorry? No. Spider-Man recast Venom movies. What? Alright. That's interesting.
Anyway, as I was saying,
Actually, no. Thingamajig's done more.
What?
Actually, this might be an older page. No, that's the domestic. Oh god. Foreign.
But if you're looking at domestic, it's going to be they're going to be talking about US.
Yes, yeah, so worldwide so far. Wow, that's actually quite a lot.
That's what I'm saying, bruv.
No, I mean like Venom. Like,
Yes, it's made shitload of money. Yes, we know.
It's like $1 billion.
Yes.
Nearly.
The undeserved amount of money. It's nuts. It's a Suicide Squad all over again.
No.
Shit film makes a bunch of money.
No. I wouldn't put it in that league.
No, yes I would.
No.
Yes I would.
No.
That's the exact league I would put it in. It's not a good film.
Yeah, it's a good film.
No, it's not.
For what it actually had going for it at that time, it hasn't.
What?
It has.
Explain.
Basically, it's like they made a film with their Spider-Man tied behind their back. If that makes sense, and they pulled it off.
Yeah, but he's still closely enough related to Spider-Man that people know what it is. And the thing is, like, most of the people that put their hand in their pocket to go see Venom aren't going to know that Spider-Man's never going to show up in that film.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're... Well, now, I reckon the second one's going to have Spider-Man in it. They'd be stupid not to.
They'd be stupid to do it.
Nah, it's just the amount of money.
No, it just doesn't fit. Like, it would have to be a different Spider-Man. Like, they cannot put Tom Holland's Spider-Man in that film.
They easily can.
No, it doesn't fit that universe.
Doesn't, but...
No, it doesn't. That universe is ridiculous and stupid.
So we're going to have 2 Spider-Men running around.
Why not?
I suppose.
Why not? I prefer that than then put the same Spider-Man that's in the MCU in their shitty Venom film.
Well, I suppose. But in saying that, it made as much money as the last Spider-Man. In fact, I think it actually beat the Homecoming. Yeah, that's probably got too far.
I doubt it.
Look. Oh, so Wreck-It Ralph. It's because Wreck-It Ralph came out. That's the reason why Aquaman sort of delayed itself for a week.
Yeah. So yeah, Chris Messina is going to be playing Zsasz. People might know him from the Mindy Project.
Okay.
He's the Doctor Dude.
The Doctor Dude.
Yeah, he's been a bunch of other stuff, but I guess that's what he's most
known for.
Might recognise his face from.
Meh. I mean, it is what it is. I don't particularly feel it's going to be a great film.
What?
The Zsasz, Birds of Prey. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a great film. I don't want a good actor or actress to be actor to be wasted. As it were.
Ewan McGregor's in it.
Yeah, so it's already a waste. It's like Ewan McGregor, but then let's be real. Ever since Trainspotting 2, as horrible as it sounds, Ewan McGregor has been in a bit of a funk.
No, he has not.
Yes.
No, he has not.
He deserves this film.
Ewan McGregor doesn't even know what funk looks like. He's always great.
Island funk.
Nah, he was still good in that.
I think what done it was the Star Wars thing. I don't blame him for starring in those films, but realistically, I think the Star Wars kind of fucked her up, because before that he was a powerhouse actor. You know what I mean? Like, he could have done a lot of Oscars sort of orientated films. Any action franchise he could have gone for.
He can. I just don't think. Maybe he just wasn't interested in. Like, that's not the be all and end all for every actor.
Yeah.
And I don't think it should be. Like, if you put in a great performance and you get recognised for it, you know, clap, pat on your back, whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, that shouldn't be a goal. Like, it's not. You know, just do your best in every film. Don't just, you know, specifically aim for Oscar movies, because, you know, like, I was looking through films today. I was trying to look through every film that was released in 2018. And 2 things I realised is, one, I missed a lot of movies.
Yeah, same.
And 2, a lot of movies came out. Now, not all of those films can have Oscars.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, it's just, it is what it is.
I mean, like, the only one I would say kind of deserves an Oscar is, well, this year anyway, is Infinity War. Like, hands down, just for its craftsmanship as a film. Like, I haven't seen...
So what, best screenplay?
Well, this is it. Like, it should get its...
movie.
It should get its own award, because if you're...
Its own award.
Well, I mean, think of it, right? You got the most popular film entry. I reckon that's going to go to Infinity War.
I think that's scrapped. I don't think they're doing that.
Okay, whatever. But in regards to that project, it's a 10-year project. Like, in order for you to fully understand what became Infinity Wars. But in saying that, it's like a TV series, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you've got that. Like, do we judge Infinity War or the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the same scope as we judge another film? All because we may not be into comics, per se. Some people may not be into comics. Doesn't mean that the film isn't a cinematic feat. You know what I mean? Like, the only sort of like film I think that's even, or film series that's semi-comparable to what they achieved whilst making all of those films is probably Hammer Horror. You know,
yeah.
And even Hammer Horror deserves some form of like feat or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like James Bond as well. James Bond, that series, that lineage. You know what I mean? Like, it's built.
I mean, I wouldn't really say that's the same kind of thing. I mean, James Bond is not a cohesive.
No, but universe. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what makes Marvel even better. You know what I mean? The fact that the cohesive universe worked. And not only worked, sold multiple seats and told a great story about a purple guy snapping his fingers and fucking up half the universe.
Yeah.
Which, I've, quickly generalised, but yeah, that's the result of this year. I reckon Infinity War needs to be recognised for an Oscar. Not that it will happen. But yeah, so yeah, but what else?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they get like sound design.
Or is it makeup?
Probably not makeup.
I mean, like, it's probably going to get overlooked. I mean, I'd rather it get overlooked than
What, then get sound design?
Oh, not
now the sound design's not sexy enough for you.
Well, no, to be fair, it wasn't even the sound design that sold that film. It was the actual narrative. So screenplay, best picture. Yeah, maybe. I mean, Endgame deserves an Oscar just for those first 5 seconds, like I said last week. That shit moved me. I got gassed. Got fully gassed.
Haven't even seen it yet.
Bruv, can't watch any more trailers. As I said before, I'm kind of glad that they didn't drop the Far From Home trailer. I would have lost my collective shit. Terrible.
Well, Brexit the movie.
Brexit the movie.
Yeah.
Who stars in it?
Benedict
Cumberbatch.
Yep.
And what is it about?
About Brexit. It's about
The lies.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's the only story. That's the only story.
It's about the background machinations that made Brexit happen.
It's not going to be as entertaining until people get arrested and locked up.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, because they're in contempt at the moment, isn't it?
No one's going to get arrested and locked up.
They will. It's either that or people just get assassinated. I don't see it going any other. Huh?
Why people don't get locked up?
Because people have lost their livelihoods. I mean, like, there's all well and good. It's all well and good, like, you saying that you're going to give, like, millions and billions to, like, you know... Sorry, my bad.
Unprofessionalism.
Yeah, my phone was on YouTube still. God. I don't know, Brexit, the movie... When's the release date?
I think it's next year.
Are we still going to be in Europe by that time?
Maybe that's what they're waiting for. Oh, I think it's a co-production between BBC and Channel 4 for HBO. So it's like no one wanted to take responsibility for making
Solely.
BBC's like, well, we'll help make it if someone else helps us. And Channel 4's like, yeah, we did, but we're not showing it on our channel.
Oh, God. Yeah, we'll show it on our channel, but we're not making it. God.
Well, HBO's alright. Like,
HBO is basically, I don't know, like, it's the buyer of British stuffs.
Yeah.
That's what it means. HBO just basically
they
means
don't have
the
a
buyer
horse
of
in the
British
race,
stuff.
so they can show it.
Yeah, they're like the husk of TV shows or TV programs, TV programming schedules.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to call them. You can't call them channels anymore because they're all on different platforms and got their own shit.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's networks.
Networks, I guess. Yeah.
Networks and services.
Networks and services. NNSs.
But yeah, Brexit, the fucking movie.
Yeah. Who's playing Theresa May? Is Theresa May starring out?
I assume she's got to be in it somewhere. I didn't see her in the trailer. But yeah, I saw some dude playing Boris.
Any more exposure you give this fucking clown?
He's been quiet for a little while.
Not really. I mean, he said some shit the other day.
Did he?
Yeah, he said some shit.
Oh. He was quiet for a little while.
Sound like Christmas. I think it's Christmas and Muslims sound like wrapped up. Maybe.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
Crazy. So, what else? I don't know if you care about this, but Probably not.
Star Trek Discovery is back. January 17th.
I tried to get into it. I can't be asked.
It's good stuff, man.
I can't do it.
It's good stuff.
Too much to watch. My eyes are going red.
It's fine. It's fine. Season 2.
Jeebus. Just give me that. Just give me. You spill gravy down. Spiller.
Come on, man. Nothing's real.
Spiller of drinks. Spiller of food. Spiller of men. That's what I'm going to call you.
No. Don't ever say that.
Man be spilling all secrets from men. Especially secret men.
No secrets, man.
Secret men.
Doctor Strange 2
Yeah.
is going into production in 2020, so it'll probably be out in 2021.
So it was, it must have been Avengers that they were topping up then when I was reading about it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
And also. Oh yeah, this was Highwayman, starring Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson.
Highwayman, is that like a British Highwayman thing or?
No, we already know Kevin Costner can't do a British accent.
That's what I was thinking. I thought, why?
No, it's about the feds that helped take down Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, that's the second Bonnie and Clyde film.
Yeah.
Because you remember you got Love Is a Gun as well.
Is that about Bonnie and Clyde?
Yeah. That's two people playing Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah. Cool.
Mm.
And also, Keanu Reeves.
In Highwayman?
No. Toy Story 4.
I'm not surprised.
What kind of toy do you think it's going to be?
Some form of action figure.
Really?
Yeah, because I can't see him playing a cuddly toy.
Why not? It's funny, huh?
Yeah, I suppose. If it was like really dark and broody.
But then I suppose when I think about that, I'm thinking of like John Wick as a cuddly toy. I'm not really thinking about Keanu Reeves as
Well, this is it. This is what it's going to probably end up being.
What, John Wick?
It's either John Wick or Neo in the Matrix. But it'd probably be John Wick because that's more popular. Was it popular culture centered? They like to have those little quick ones. But then saying that Tim Allen and Tom Hanks, they would need something to bounce off. So
yeah, I mean,
Matrix.
That's if it's a role. It might just be like a quick cameo thing.
Do you remember how many fucking shows did Bullet Time the moment Matrix came out?
Yeah, loads.
Too many.
Loads.
Everything.
Blade did it first.
Yes, they did. Contrary to popular belief, but it was with a blade rather than gun bullets.
Yeah, it was with a gun. It was the bit when Deacon Frost had the little girl in the middle of the road.
Yeah. And he's dodging the bullets.
Yeah.
But to be fair, dodging bullets hasn't been... It's just the way they did it. Like with the Matrix, it's like because they went 360 around it.
They just took that same kind of shit Blade was doing, but it kind of just took it a little bit
over the and just turned the 360 axis.
Yeah.
It's crazy how crazy it's gone now. Oh, speaking of crazy shit on set, do you know that Quentin Tarantino is the official strangler in all of his films?
Not surprised.
He likes to basically he knows how it should be done. So this is his words, not mine. And during the scene,
how many of his films have strangling anyway?
This was what I was thinking. Inglourious Bastards, he's the one strangling. Like it's basically his hands. So whenever you see somebody getting strangled, his hands are being used.
He's also the official foot watcher.
Yes, the foot watcher as well, and Spitter. He in that scene in Kill Bill where Uma Thurman gets spat on, that was him. But apparently he's very respectful towards the women, and he won't force them to do anything that makes them feel uncomfortable. Huh?
He's a liar.
I wouldn't say that.
He's a liar.
I think it's because people...
Uma Thurman didn't feel respected in that moment, or when she was made to drive that car.
Yeah, it's something that you do. But then saying that, it depends on how she was goaded into doing it. Stop being a pussy, blah, blah, blah.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to make someone safe.
Definitely not.
No matter how much you want that shot.
Dear. The worst thing about it is that he does make good films.
Yeah.
It's like Joe Jackson, you know what I mean? Like, you hate what he done to Michael, but you understand what he does.
No comment.
No, you can't do it. It's the second one, and it's not even a question. I don't even know why you said it there. That you've got to follow.
I just feel like it's worth saying.
Oh god.
Just so you know my views.
Bruv, I don't know your views. You're saying no comment. Speaking of no comment, there's a couple dark moments in Bohemian Rhapsody. There's like a big old press conference, and shit gets out of there, bruv. What? But it's saying it's like.
Do they sing the Flash thing?
No, it's
Flash
not.
Gordon.
Flash Gordon is not in it. That's the main reason I was watching it. However, the Who Wants to
Highlander in it.
Who Wants to Live Forever was in it.
Yes,
but not sung. It was sort of like a background song. So who wants to live forever? Which obviously is very haunting and shit.
Shocking.
But yeah, Flash isn't in it.
I definitely should have been in it.
But then saying that, it's like there's so much, just for a narrative, it's so much for them to cover. They could have done 2 films. But obviously they'd made
if they were basing it on songs,
but yeah, it's like they done what they had to do in it. Yeah. I watched a version of said events, and it's good. It basically, it's weird. I don't even think it's chronological. Some of the events. I mean, most of it is sort of like set, like you see, oh, it's 1980, it's 1972, blah 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 blah, and there's no like flashback scenes as such, but it's like one of those films where those could have been any times. The fact that you told us those was the times meant nothing. The only times that you can kind of like see it for what it is when he starts crafting his iconic look.
Okay.
You know, with the short hair, the mustache, and the girly clothes, as it were.
Yeah.
So yeah, but before that, he's just a long-haired sort of like singer of a rock band, which, you know, goes without saying. You know what I mean? Like the Queen were iconic in what they did. They were adventurous in what they did, mainly because they had quite an eclectic sort of like mix of people in there. Like his Tanzania sort of background, I feel that ethnic crossover, which would have been, you know, seen as an extreme sort of difference back then. Now it's like, oh, you're just another beige guy. But then it's like, you know, full blown, you're this, you're that, fuck you, you know, and we know who you are, we know what you are, sort of racism. And
It's not in the film.
oh yeah, there's some harsh bits. Like, I mean, the sexuality isn't like, well, basically, it kind of acknowledges that he was bisexual, but it wasn't his biggest oppressor. His biggest oppressor was the race thing, feeling, especially with all the money.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a bit in the thing where they're trying to convince him to go solo, and they're saying it's out of him and Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson wants to be Freddie Mercury. That was the statement.
Okay.
Like, so yeah, it's pretty good. Obviously, you know, AIDS sorted that out, sort of thing. Not in a sort of like bad way. I'm just saying it just sort of like, you know, Michael Jackson lived a bit longer than Freddie Mercury. Prince lived a little bit longer than Michael Jackson, but those were like the main debates during the 80s. It's sort of like, who's going to be around longer, you know, like who's going to be the artist of our generation. And to be honest with you, the answer is all three. They were both equally as good. I mean, Michael Jackson's probably a bit better and Prince is a bit better, but, you know, Freddie Mercury wasn't shit. You know what I mean? That Live Aid performance was good. So it's weird. It's like, I don't know. I think the main difference between, say, Freddie Mercury, Prince, and Michael Jackson is that Freddie Mercury kind of knew he was going to die.
Yeah.
Because it was that time, you know, it's 80s AIDS. It's not like 90s AIDS.
Yeah.
He had 80s AIDS, went into the 90s, and unfortunately, 91, he died from a complication. Which was related to AIDS. I think it was like pneumonia or something like that. But yeah, it's pretty effed, I would say. Like the whole film is good, but yeah, Remy steals the fucking show.
Yeah.
You genuinely believe he is that guy. I mean, it took me for a while. So wait, that's the guy from iRobot, and Mr. So I mean, like, this is how good that performance is. I'm not sure whether or not he will win an Oscar. I mean, he should get some form of like praise for that role because he was good in it. The only problem I have with it though is Bryan Singer. So
Well, he was missing for a lot of it, so you shouldn't.
yeah, you got that, and then you've got like Dexter Fletcher. Is it Dexter in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a real good job. I think that his idea was to basically make it more about the music than the man, if that makes sense, and it kind of paid off. The man was flawed. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I mean, that I would say is definitely worth a watch. I've got to watch The Star Is Born next week. I've heard
Do
like,
you have to?
well, it's like me, because I'm still a writer. I want to see what stirs people's emotions, what drives them, what pushes buttons. how you can sort of like emotionally trap someone within a film or in a script, and use it to your advantage. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's a lot of, because of the complexity of Freddie Mercury's sort of lifestyle. There was a sort of like, there's a girl that's been there for like ever, like as his friend, his wife, yeah. And because of his lifestyle, because he's gay and all that stuff, or he's bisexual, or he likes to play it fast and loose sort of thing. Because apparently it weren't just men he was sleeping with and cheating on her with; it was like women as well. But in the 80s, apparently it was all dudes he was sleeping with. He went fully over to the ramrod side, as it were, because it was more fashionable in the 80s. This is the thing, like there's a bigger party scene, people were sucking dick for money. Yeah, crazy crack. That's it. Crack was horrible, bro. Yeah.
I got a recommendation for you.
What's that?
Sorry to bother you.
Sorry to bother you.
Yes.
I've heard good things about this film.
I would like to echo those good things. This film is equal parts weird and wonderful and real at the same time. Like, it's so surreal, it's back to real.
Okay, so it sort of like breaks for the fourth wall.
Not overtly. Maybe he just knocks on the fourth wall a little bit, lets you know it's there.
So it's more of a vacuum film, I like to call them. So it draws you in, and you just exist in that space.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it is kind of. I mean, like.
Sorry to get a bit deep on you there, but yeah.
Like, I read the synopsis at some point, and they were saying like it was a parallel universe, and like I guess you can say that. I mean, it doesn't tell you it's a parallel universe, so I'm not really sure where that came from. I don't know if like it was passed on to them or whatever.
It's the same thing when Donnie Darko.
be...
It's like, for me, it kind of reminds me, because of the reviews and all that stuff, it kind of reminds me when Donnie Darko first landed.
Yeah.
And like people saying, "Oh, it's just weird," and those are the sort of things that people are telling me, and I love the shit out of Donnie Darko for that. So I more than likely will like. Sorry to bother you, as it were.
Yeah.
The cast scene was pretty solid.
Yeah, it is. Tessa Thompson again. Like, this girl's just so hot right now. What's his name? Tate Cruz is in that. The guy from, I can't remember his name. The main guy, I think, is one of the guys in Atlanta.
Yeah, the main guy.
The dude from, what's that 50 Cent thing?
Yeah, Richard Die Trying?
No, this TV show.
Power,
yeah. The guy from Power's in it.
Which one? Ghost?
Yeah. Armie Hammer's in it.
Armie Hammer?
Armie Hammer's in it, and he is good. Armie Hammer's good. I like Armie Hammer in films. Outside of films, he seems to have proven himself a bit of a dickhead recently. I don't know if that's a permanent thing or like...
Armie Hammer.
Yeah.
I feel like I listened to you too quickly. Just for the people at home.
Yeah.
Describe Armie Hammer or what films he's been in.
Lone Ranger.
The new Lone Ranger.
Yeah. He was in Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah, I think those were like his biggest roles, where like he's actually one of the stars.
Oh yeah.
But like he's been a bunch of other stuff. He was in fucking episodes of Reaper. I think that was the first time I saw him, when he was in episodes of Reaper. He was in...
Wait, in Reaper, does he play the devil?
No, he was the devil's other son. So like after a while, you see the devil has an other son that he might be making his heir over the one that you've been following from the beginning.
The Reaper.
Yeah. And so like he's supposed to train him because he was like a bit of a dickhead.
Yeah.
So yeah, Armie Hammer's been in a bunch of stuff. He's been really good. Like he was really good in this. He was really good in that film. There's a film, I can't remember what it was called, but it's like basically based in a warehouse and everyone's shooting each other.
For the whole film.
Yeah. Like, the film was really good for like that simple a.
It's not mile
premise.
22. It's not mile 22.
For that simple a premise, like Brie Larson was in that film as well. But for that simpler premise, like the film was really good. Like there's a lot of comedy and tension, and like just kind of you don't really know what's going on or who's gonna come out alive or whatever, and all it is just basically set in one warehouse.
Yeah, that's good. Definitely good.
But yeah, sorry to bother you. I don't really want to say too much because all of it's almost spoilers. But yeah, it's really, really good fun watch.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about what's happening in Flash. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Alright. So, been watching CW's Flash. It's weird. It's more creative. And, yeah, I'm enjoying it. Essentially, I've been watching, like, I've been glimpsing out all the first episodes, so that's how I did it. I watched all the first episodes of all of the CWs.
Yep.
The most interesting casting I've seen, other than Meteor Man in Black Lightning, is Biff Tannen from Back to the Future.
Really?
Yeah. And there is a Back to the Future episode of Flash, which is awesome.
A Back to the Future episode?
Yeah.
What, he goes into the past?
Yeah, so basically Back to the Future 2, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
He goes back to the past to find certain bits in order to stop a main phone in the future. And he does it with his daughter.
Yeah, that film I was thinking was called Free Fire.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm Brie Larson, Cillian Murphy. So, yeah, got it.
So yeah, the episode is really good. Elseworlds is really good. Like I said before, you've got like the Batwoman bit. You've got the what other bit happens? Oh yeah, you've got the basically when you watch Elseworlds, there's a trailer at the end, which basically highlights that Psycho Pirate and this guy called Deegan are locked up in Arkham Asylum. Now, it then flows over to next fall, 2019, Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is hyper dope. I mean, like the fact
yes, but I kind of like have to temper my excitement because I don't fully trust these guys when they decide to do stuff like this.
Well, they got the whole year.
We all remember Flashpoint. Yeah, but they had a whole.
No, it's not even Flashpoint that was the worst one. The worst one was the Suicide Squad. What they made them do with it.
Yeah, but that wasn't their fault. What happened to Suicide Squad wasn't their fault. Flashpoint was like, why call it Flashpoint?
Well, they basically just had to do
Flashpoint. Yeah, but they. Whatever, like whatever
they had to
improvise.
They had to improvise. Like they were going to do the Suicide Squad, the Task Force X.
That's got nothing to do with this.
Yeah, but that was meant to be the other CW TV series.
Yeah, fair enough. But you don't advertise Flashpoint and then give us like 1 or 2 episodes. Was it 1 or 2 episodes? 1 or 2 episodes.
3 episodes.
Was it 3? No, 3 episodes of Flash being dumb in a different universe where he fucks some shit up.
I mean, this one though, the episode in question, the one where he's going back in time and stuff like that, he has to find certain bits with his daughter, who's come back from. I mean, like if you've watched season 4, then you know that his daughter Nora.
Yeah.
His daughter Nora.
She was spying on him for like the whole season.
Yeah, his daughter Nora is an explorer.
Swiping, no swiping.
Oh god, swiping, no swiping. Yeah, so right.
Benicio del Toro is going to be swiper.
Who?
Benicio del Toro.
Benicio del Toro?
Yeah.
He's being a swiper?
Yeah. In
in
Dora the Explorer, the movie.
And what they doing? They're doing it with CG, or they're doing it with actors. I mean, obviously, if he's a fox, he can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks kind of foxy, but
yeah, maybe too old to be snatching backpacks.
No swipey.
It just turns into a different movie.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked. Yes, anything else?
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I watched it as well. I watched half of it.
Scumbag.
I'm not joking, I haven't. I've just watched shit online, you know, like, I haven't watched it yet.
It's good. It's real good. It's really enjoyable. Like, they nailed it.
And was the trailer or any snippet of Far From Home in the...
No.
So you watched it to the end, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, so just to confirm. Because I heard that that's what they were meant to be doing.
Nah. If they did, it wasn't in the one I saw.
Maybe.
The only after credit was they had Miguel O'Hara, who is Spider-Man 2099. He done a little bit. He jumped back in time to like the old 70s Spider-Man cartoon, and he done that Spider-Man pointing at himself meme.
Nice.
Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, all the characters was really good.
How's the cage?
Yeah, no, it was good.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Because the reviews that I've seen online is like people are saying, "Oh, it's just a smorgasbord of Spider-Man," but it's all like basically they just said it was
done very tastefully. Like, yes, it is, but it's not like you never feel like you're overloaded with Spider. Like even if you're not that aware of Spider-Man and like the different Spider universes, like you don't feel like you're overwhelmed by Spider-Man and Spider people.
Spiders everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just done really well. The voice acting was really good.
I didn't expect it to be any bad, actually. I mean, after I watched that little snippet after Venom, I knew it was going to be a good film.
Yeah. Yeah, knocked it out the park.
That's alright. So, you enjoyed that way more than Aquaman?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I knew I would. Like from what I saw before I saw the film, it would have been very difficult for them to have let me down. Like it's kind of like how you feel about Endgame. Like you've seen enough to know that you're going to enjoy it no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Endgame's pretty much like that hot chick that basically went on holiday forever. And then, like, she's coming back and she's saying she's going to do some dirty stuff to you. That's how excited I am. and then she gives you the date and you can't believe the date and then she keeps reminding you.
Yeah.
It's that good.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I don't disagree.
It's good stuff. In a weird way. So, yeah, any more?
Nah, that's it.
Oh, no, it's not because I've got the mailbag. The mailbag. All right. So, oh God, here we go. I've got a list.
Can I make a request for people to stop sending us mail?
No.
Or send better questions. Or, like, tell me about yourself. Like, you don't need to
don't tell me
You
about
don't need
yourself.
to know about me. That's why my name's Redacted, punk.
Okay. Some guys basically asked me to Google the best question in the world and then answer it.
That's just lazy. That's the laziest one.
But it's also genius.
No, it's just lazy.
It is, pretty much. Okay. Best, oh God. Okay. So,
creativity, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Oh God, never. What is the best invention ever? Rice, wheel, or computers? Nah, it's just pointless. Yeah, but yeah, just to
Rice.
Yeah. No. What's your favorite? Best rice, best wheel, computers.
Best wheel.
I don't know. It's weird. It's just got a question mark.
Bearing.
Okay, so best invention ever.
sliced bread.
Can I argue with that? Yes, I can. Only because the best bread is pita bread in regards to the best invention of bread. Bread that opens up... No, a bap. A bap's probably better.
Maybe.
I don't know. Bread invention's weird. The best thing since sliced bread is somewhat of a redundant statement.
That's what I'm all about.
You've got Breville.
That's what I'm all about.
Right. Okay,
Yeah,
so...
you can't use a Breville without sliced bread.
Hmm?
You can't use Breville without sliced bread.
This is it. This is it. And it's the best thing since sliced bread.
Mm.
So it's like that person just lives in a world where bread slicing is very important. So it's very hard to argue that point, I guess.
Yes.
Best questions to ask. Alright, let's see what that one is. Alright, here are the 8 of the best questions to ask your girlfriend. Let's see if we agree with these. Okay.
You only need one. How was your day? That's it. That's it. You get a whole lot of mileage out of that shit.
Well, that's what we want. That's what we want, but realistically it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
Yes, it is.
It isn't.
Yes, it is.
Question number 1.
Yeah.
Where do you like to go when you eat out?
Stupid question.
2.
Girls like to be taken out to places. They don't want to tell you places they've been already. They want to go to new places. The new nice places. Don't they do the funky joints? Next.
They want an excuse to go out, basically.
Yes.
This
And
is
dressed up.
Exactly. This is experience speaking. 2. Do you like to cook? No. We live in a world where it's full of just eat and all that stuff, and I don't really want to sort of like go through the whole awkward situation where I have to eat your food because I'm pretty sure you can't cook.
Yeah, but do you like to cook? Oh no, the questions you're asking your girlfriend. Yeah, don't ask a woman that. That just makes it sound like you just want her in the kitchen. That's stupid. That's how you get slapped or dumped or both.
No, but it's the whole concept of do you like to cook?
Yeah, but I don't
It's
know.
like
It
doesn't matter if she no, but this is my whole thing.
To me,
it doesn't matter if she likes to cook. It's
better
can
make
she
me a
cook?
sandwich.
Yeah, like this is.
No, but look, to me, if you ask that question, it's like opening a can of worms. Like,
Well, same thing. It's like if a girl asks me that same question, I'll be equally as offended. Do you like to cook?
nah, but to me, it just sounds like she's fishing for information.
That's
like,
it. It's like
do she got to cook all the time, or like, am I gonna make her a nice meal? No, I'm not gonna make you a nice meal. I might take you out, but I ain't. No.
yeah,
no,
that's effort.
No,
That is so much effort.
Exactly.
Because they'd have to
You'll
understand what
find
you
out
like,
if you're good enough.
where
to
you
find
like
out,
your eggs and long.
If you're good enough to find out, you'll find out. You don't need to be asking me no questions. Next.
Number 3 is could you live without the internet?
No. Wait. Oh, yeah, I'm asking. Why?
You're
I don't
asking-
care. I don't care. Why am I asking this question? I don't care if you want the internet or not. All I know is I need the internet. Whether you need the internet or not is redundant.
No.
Next.
Okay, fair enough. I agree with that sentiment only because it makes no sense.
What,
Right.
the sentiment or the question?
Okay, 4. 4. No comment. 4. Most
Harsh.
memorable birthday.
These are some dead questions. Who's asking their girlfriend
Well, to be
these
fair,
questions?
but this is it. I feel that these questions would be the questions that get you a really, really, well-suited match.
I
Because
don't think so.
no, because once you like process this information, depending on how harsh your own opinion is, you'll be able to just either accept it or lock it off.
I don't think so. No, because
This one's even worse.
For what you're saying to be true or to be relevant, like you'd still have to care about the answers to the questions. I don't.
No, but for me, it'll be like, is this resoundingly, like impacting me? So, for example, if she says, if I was to ask her something stupid like, what's your favourite Transformer? And she was
That's
just...
different. That's what I'm saying. Like,
No, but this is it. This is it. It's like, and she says, oh, I don't like Transformers, but I'd really like Centurions. Let's keep her.
Bruv. Not...
It's never going to happen.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, that shit's not going to happen. And again, that's some shit you're going to care about. Ask a girl if she can live without the internet. Do you care?
Nah,
Do you care if she can live without the internet? If she can't live without the internet, So what? That's like
Okay.
98% of the people on the planet.
Number 5.
If she says she can live without the internet, so what? Like, you can go read a book or whatever. Like, no one's gonna care. If the internet goes out, you'll be fine.
God.
But you know what? I'm not gonna be fine because we're just gonna be arguing in the house the whole time because I ain't got no fucking internet.
That's happened before, I can tell. Number 5 is what would your perfect day be like?
These are some dead questions.
Number 6 is
You know what? I hate this lazy ass motherfucker that wrote in, or email or Twitter or however the fuck he got to go in contact with us and tells us Google the best questions to ask. Fuck you, bro.
Yeah, it's
Fuck you.
pretty bad. What's
the question?
Okay, so number 6 is when are you happiest?
When she's with me, innit? I don't even need to ask that question.
Oh god, it's the ego kicking in again. Number 7.
Wait, you're not gonna answer?
Well, mine is I don't know. I would never ask this question. I mean, like, I care about people. Oh, sorry.
That's the worst thing about it. This makes it look like I don't care about people. I do care about people, and any lady that I'm with, I would care about. But I'm not asking these dead questions.
Yeah, I wouldn't phrase it like that. I'll be like, what makes you happy?
Hey, baby.
No. See, that's that's where we'll probably fuck it up. When are you the most happiest? Because you're asking when. Yeah. You're not asking how. Because obviously, one of the male sort of psyche things is you have a problem. How can I fix it? Whereas a lady wants to know that she has a problem. And she wants to accept it.
Yeah. Well, that's why you say...
Which makes nothing get done.
That's why you say when and not how.
Exactly. Which makes sure nothing ever gets done because, like, there's like, I don't want a man to come and help me on my problems. I've been independent for all this time.
We're just going to sit here and acknowledge that you've got problems. We're just going to both sit here. And one of us has a solution.
Exactly. I have a solution.
You don't want to hear it.
You don't want to hear it. It's all good. That's fucked up, but it's true. What's on your bucket list?
We just start up like a side podcast where it's like Shunt and Redacted give relationship advice.
Oh no! As I said before, I'm probably not best suited in my current like mental state.
I'm best suited as a motherfucker.
Oh god! So what's on your bucket list? Is one of them 8? Do you have any trips coming up? No, I don't really travel. Get out!
It's so weird. That's such a weird... What, is this like first date questions or like...
Well, it says it's 11 of the best questions to ask a lady. Apparently.
Some bullshit, bro.
9. Oh god.
Next week we can Google the best questions to ask a dude.
Oh god. That's gonna be terrible. Actually, we could do it. We'll do both. We'll do both this week.
No, we'll just save it for next week.
Okay, fine.
Spread out the content, bro.
Fair
Spread out the content.
Alright, so number 9 is what's something you could teach me about? See, this is just gonna get me vexed. If I'm asking her,
I don't want a woman to give me directions doing nothing.
See, that's the old Testament like mentality to have. I don't want to ask this of my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because she'll just constantly talk about it, right?
Yeah.
So once you say this question, you're giving her complete and utter permission to tell you about something that she thinks that you don't know.
Yeah.
It's just an argument waiting to happen, bro.
She's going to start bitch splitting.
It's an argument waiting to happen.
I didn't say that.
Well, if they call it mansplaining, I suppose it'll be womansplaining, which is even worse. 10. What's your favourite hobby? Okay. I mean, it all depends. Sometimes
out of all the questions, that one makes the most sense.
Yeah, it does. 11. Do you have or have you had any pets?
So boring. This is like the kind of questions like 10-year-olds ask each other.
Well, to be fair, is this one I feel is quite vital though.
Yeah.
11. What is the best comedy movie you've ever seen?
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely doable, right?
Yeah. I mean, although I'm against like best whatever questions because
everyone's got a different one.
Not even just like you might just have different ones. Like,
yeah, and what's the parameters as well?
If you're a person that watches a lot of movies or listens to a lot of music, like if you listen to one album and someone says, "Well, what's your favorite song?" you're gonna have a favorite song. You know why? Because you listen to one Dead album, you got like what, maybe 20 songs you listen to. You're definitely gonna have a favorite. If you watch 20 or 30 films a year, how are you gonna ask me what my favorite movie is?
Well, this is it. I mean, for me, the answer to that question, I would basically have to rephrase it. Be like, what comedy movie do you really like?
Yeah.
That is the easiest way to get out of that argument.
Yeah,
that one's an argument.
Yeah, just don't make it so strict. Just make it, free up a little bit.
What's your favourite song and why this particular one? See, it's like same bullshit as the one before. Any form of opinion has to be introduced and welcomed.
Yeah.
Rather than stipulated against.
Yeah. It's sort of like trying to make an opinion fact. It's like you're making it too hard. Don't ask me what my favourite is. Just ask me what I like.
So this one would be like, so what song do you like at the moment?
Yeah. Yeah, what you listening to right now? What do you like at the moment?
And the follow-up one would be like, and what do you like about it?
Yeah. What do you listen to when you're chilling? Like whatever.
Okay, 14. What's the best concert you've attended? Yeah. Best. I don't like that word, best. Yeah. It's like, I want to know the best. I don't want to know about the worst. And I'm not willing to, understand
the most interesting.
who you are. Yeah.
Like maybe the best was not the least eventful.
And then there's Captain Generic question. If you're stranded on a desert island, I'm not going to fucking do that. 17. Do you believe in luck, or do we make our own luck?
I guess you can ask that.
Yeah.
Fine, I guess.
Do you prefer cats or dogs?
Reluctantly. Is this like a website made this question, or
yeah, it's just basically
is it posted by a person?
And then this one's probably the only one. Like this is basically the best questions to ask.
Like this is the person that made this list. Quite frankly, deserves to be shot.
Yeah. In
the face.
Maybe. The last one I'm going to read out because I'm at number 19. I think this goes up to 50. I'm not going to do it. Is what's the best thing that happened to you during the past week? You can't ask that of a lady. You know why?
You meant me, obviously.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you can't ask that of a lady because they're not interested in what they've done in the past. Yeah. They want to know what's about now. So you'd have to dial it back, like today. To a day.
What's the best thing that happened to you today? This conversation. I'm asking you 20 of these dumbass questions.
Yeah, there's like 50. Nah, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do for the Christmas special. I'm gonna find the worst question in the world. That's what I'm gonna
found
do.
It, bro. It's in that list.
Well, a couple of them.
No doubt, it's in that list.
Definitely bookmarking this page. But yeah, I mean, yeah. It's been a wild ass week, a wild ass year, wild ass month even. Yeah. So, yeah.
Looks like we made it.
So Christmas, what you doing?
I'd like to say playing Spiderman, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
That can happen. You just have to go for what's the bundle. I reckon if you go for a cheap ass bundle, something that's like promoted game. Not going to mention any potential games because, but there is a cheap bundle. Like, I don't know, get one with like Minecraft or something like that, and just buy Spiderman separately. That's it. But make sure you get the deluxe version of Spiderman, otherwise you'll be stuck with misery. Because at the moment I'm on the DLC. DLC's dope.
Cool.
Yeah.
So end this.
Alright, cool. Bada bing, bada bang. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Peace out, enough love, shut your mouth. Later.